tonight live in Peterborough. Now, in political terms, Peterborough is fascinating. Go back to about 1970 and you'll see it's Labour, Tory, Labour, Tory, Labour, Tory. And that's been the case for the last few elections too. It is currently held by Paul Bristow, a Conservative Member of Parliament. But it's one of those seats, whichever way Peterborough goes, it's likely that's the way the country will go too. And I have to tell you, when we chose this date of May the 25th, we had absolutely no idea that the government migration figures for last year were going to be out. But they do say in life that you make your own luck. This city is growing more quickly than any other in the country. And so when it comes to population pressure, pressure on housing, pressure on health, pressure on school places, I think people in Peterborough know a fair bit about this already. And that is why these numbers that have come out today are such a shock. Yes, of course, the number 10 spinners were briefing it could be as high as 1 million, so that when it comes in at just over 600,000, we're supposed to say it's not too bad, is it? Remind ourselves that from Windrush at the end of the 40s to the end of a century, net migration was normally about 30,000 a year. It span out of control under Tony Blair and Labour. But then we had David Cameron in 2010 promising us net migration of tens of thousands a year. He promised the same in 2015. Theresa May said she'd cut the numbers in 2017. And Boris Johnson in 2019 talked about an Australian-style point system, which we all took to mean it'd be very tough to get in. You'd have to bring your own health insurance with you. And the whole idea was to control immigration. Well, with these numbers today, since the Conservatives took power, net migration into Britain is over 3.5 million. 3.5 million. Our population has risen by 8 million since 2001, and 85% of that is directly down to immigration. Nobody on GB News or anywhere else is not saying that vast numbers of people that have come have been great people and actually wanted to work, unlike the 4 million British people who are being paid unemployment benefit and don't seem to want to work. But we cannot sustain a population rising as rapidly as this. It simply doesn't work. I don't even believe there's now an economic benefit to this either. So I think what we're seeing, frankly, from the Tories and from Labour, is a great immigration lie. They tell us at elections what they want us to hear, but they never actually really mean it.